teams and leagues should have the right to control the national anthem. Good read or bad read?
Well, I think it's a bad read. I mean, listen, the NBA can tell you to do with the anthem. So this is one of these classic kind of sports shows where I have to take a side. The First Amendment has nothing to do with a league or a team controlling an anthem. So they have the right. But what I would say as a parent, let me tell you what's happened in my life with my kids. As my kids have more venues to communicate with their peers, Snapchat, Instagram, message boards, chat rooms, Facebook, LinkedIn, I can't cover all of them. So I better figure out how to treat them like human beings and not human doings. Increasingly in sports, young people have strong social feelings, often people who have not been allowed to have a strong voice. They're often wrong, they're often misguided. But I can tell you as a parent, they will rebel if defined to a space. They will rebel if their words are limited or they face rigidity. Get used to, leagues and teams and coaches, get used to getting uncomfortable. Discomfort eventually solves the problems.
Yeah, listen, I think that young people are rebellious by nature, so I get that. But I think what we're looking at as a generation, I'm not trying to beat up on them because I blame my generation and the older generation. We dropped the ball. We haven't required my generation and the generations after to ante up in a real way. I'm going to sound like an old fuddy-duddy. The dumbest thing we ever did was stop the draft. People need to ante up so they take pride in their country. And again, Rapinoe, I got no problem with. As I told Colin in the opening block of the show, you know, white people should start making gestures. And so let's give her an applause for her gesture of support. And now we can be done with it. If everybody just makes a gesture, we can move on from this. But of course, these teams have the right, and these leagues, if they want to play the national anthem whenever they want, if they don't want someone making a mess of their national anthem or turning it into something that they don't want it to be.
They don't want it to be a spectacle, yes. And that's what Rapinoe was shooting for.
Okay,
take a knee and be on TV everywhere and say, hey, I'm for this cause.
But, you know, some people, some political parties more comfortable with change, some political parties less comfortable with change. People get older, they generally get less comfortable with change. There's a reality happening.
So you want to let the inmates run the asylum?
I like change. I'm not against change.
What I am saying is young people are communicating. They're empowered by all the social media. It's not going away. So there is some level of discomfort coming increasingly to leagues and teams and coaches. Be aware of it and start being comfortable with occasional discomfort.
Rapinoe should take the knee during the game.
All right.